They call him the boogeyman of hip-hop, and boy, J. Prince's name echoes loudly in the rap game. But why? Well, that depends on who you ask. The soft-spoken rap mogul is a man whose reputation precedes him. Some are in awe of the unbelievable respect he commands, while others admire his charitable efforts in the community. But let's be honest, for most, it's just downright fear of the man. Jay's roots trace back to the gritty neighborhoods of Houston, where survival meant navigating through a maze of drugs, crime, and struggle. In October 1964, James Prince entered the world in the notorious Coke Apartments, born to a 16-year-old mother. But growing up in such a rough neighborhood meant he saw things no kid should ever witness, including the heartbreaking loss of family members, including his own sister.
I saw her alive when she was 12 years old. I was 11 years old. We had a conversation about a vacuum in the house.
It was a tough start for a kid who would later become a legend in the rap game. But even amidst that chaos, Jay knew he wanted a different story. At a tender age of 7, he wasn't just playing hopscotch. He was hustling, mowing lawns to pocket some cash. As he grew, so did his hustle. Weed deals? Check. Welding gigs? You bet. But here's the twist. While many were diving headfirst into the street life, Jay had his sights set higher. He snagged a gig as a bank teller, opting for legit stacks over shady deals. And get this, it wasn't just about his own path. He wanted to pave a smoother road for his younger brother, too. J. Prince's brother, Sir Rap A-Lot, along with his friends Raheem and Jukebox, would gather at his grandma's place, dropping rhymes and vibes right on the front porch. But amidst the beats and bars, Jay had bigger worries than just catchy hooks. He saw the streets swallowing folks whole, and he wasn't about to let his brother get caught in that whirlwind. When Jay lost his bank teller gig, he didn't just sit around, he hustled harder. Snatching up an abandoned building in West Houston, he transformed it into a haven for used cars. But let's be real, selling beat-up rides wasn't exactly his endgame. Soon he was wheeling and dealing with athletes, swapping those clunkers for sleek exotic rides. And just when you thought the story couldn't get any wilder, in '86, Sir Rap-A-Lot started spitting tracks right from that same building. Jay teamed up with a computer whiz named Cliff Blodgett, and boom, Rap-A-Lot Records was born. J. Prince didn't just assemble any old crew. He handpicked the Ghetto Boys, a squad that would go down in history as one of rap's heavyweights. Sir Rap-A-Lot, his brother Bushwick Bill, and Willie D. In a classic move straight out of a movie, Jay stumbles upon Scarface in a parking lot, and just like that, he's got his eyes on a new star. Jay makes the bold call to shuffle the deck, swapping out his own brother for Scarface. Strategic? Absolutely. And oh, did it pay off? Rap-A-Lot and its crew weren't just making waves. They were causing tidal shifts in the rap game. Jay wasn't just creating music, he was sculpting a whole new era. In the blink of an eye, J. Prince's career skyrocketed to major success. By the age of 23, he was already making big moves, buying his mom a house and snagging a sprawling 30-acre ranch. Meanwhile, Rap-A-Lot Records was expanding faster than a wildfire, thanks to signings like New Orleans' Juvenile, Houston's Pimp C and Bun B, and Oakland's Yukmouth. During this whirlwind period, J. Prince earned himself a reputation as the ultimate mediator and protector. With connections to top dogs in every city, he was the go-to guy for keeping things smooth. Rumor even has it that he and Larry Hoover were tight enough that any Rap-A-Lot artist had instant protection from the gangster disciples whenever they hit Chicago. But because every great story needs a bit of drama, cue the feds lurking in the shadows, trying to rain on Jay's parade. Back in '88, the DEA kicked off a marathon investigation into J. Prince and his Rap-A-Lot empire. They were convinced he was running a covert drug operation, a modern-day twist straight out of a gangster flick. But when the DEA came knocking, J. Prince didn't just slam the door in their faces, he went head-to-head with them and came out on top. The details are as murky as a swamp at midnight, but one thing's for sure. J. Prince wasn't someone you wanted to mess with, whether you were a rapper or a federal agent. While he was juggling showdowns with the government, J Prince was also holding court in the streets. Back in the day, when the rap game was hotter than a Texas summer, Pimp C from UGK and Master P from No Limit Records found themselves at odds over some cold hard cash. Things hit a fever pitch when Pimp C decided to air his grievances against Master P right there on stage, sending shockwaves through the industry. Rumor has it, Master P and his crew didn't take too kindly to being called out. Allegedly, they rolled up on Pimp C, pistols in hand, ready to settle the score in the most ruthless way possible. But before things escalated to a point of no return, Master P made a fateful call to none other than J Prince himself. Now, you've got to understand, both Master P and Pimp C had some serious ties to J Prince, and when he speaks, people listen. So, the story goes that J Prince put the kibosh on the whole ordeal, telling Master P to back off and let cooler heads prevail. And just like that, what could have been a bloodbath ended with a whisper instead of a bang. Talk about power moves, right? The fact that Master P felt the need to check in with J Prince before making any move speaks volumes about the respect and influence J wields in the rap game. And while there might not be concrete evidence to back up the tale, some say Pimp C himself dropped a hint in his track, "I Know You Strapped." He rapped, "You niggas weak, so you call Houston for the hit, but didn't know that we got gangsta niggas all over this bitch, so now you bitches gotta deal with the king ho, cause you done crossed me 3 times, we just can't let that go." J Prince might usually keep a low profile, but when someone steps out of line, you better believe he's ready to set the record straight. Case in point, back in 2018, during his son J Prince Jr.'s birthday bash in Houston, things took a spicy turn when 6ix9ine tried to crash the party. J's youngest son, Baby J, personally showed 6ix9ine the door, making it crystal clear he wasn't welcome. Word on the street is 6ix9ine didn't exactly play by the rules and didn't check in with the Rap-A-Lot crew, earning himself a one-way ticket out of the party. But wait, it gets even juicier. While 6ix9ine was singing like a canary in court against his old crew, he spilled the beans about some other spicy run-ins with the Rap-A-Lot squad. According to him, he got banned from hitting the stage at SXSW by the crew, and to top it off, he allegedly had a not-so-friendly encounter with Rap-A-Lot affiliates Scumlord Dizzy and Junior Boy. Now, J Prince isn't one to let rumors fly without setting the record straight. So he took to Instagram to drop some truth bombs saying, "I'm hearing lies he's telling under oath about robbing me or representatives of Rap-A-Lot. Let me just make myself clear. If him or any of those clowns were to try to rob me or anyone from the Rap-A-Lot family, bad news would have beat them home." While J Prince might have a reputation for handling outsiders like 6ix9ine with a firm hand, it turns out he's just as fierce when it comes to keeping his own label in check. According to Rap-A-Lot affiliate Yukmuth, there were whispers of artists getting a serious reality check if they dared to step out of line. And we're talking more than just a slap on the wrist. Yukmuth hinted at some serious beatdowns for those who crossed the line. Now, the details might be shrouded in mystery, but one thing's for sure. J Prince doesn't play games when it comes to looking after his own. When Almighty J found himself at the wrong end of a brutal attack and got his chain snatched, J Prince didn't waste a second. He took to social media, rallying the troops and making it clear he wasn't about to let his artists get messed with. Enter Zay number 5, spotted flaunting a chain in a music video. But when J Prince stepped into the ring, Zay wasted no time in clearing his name, making it known he had nothing to do with the chain snatching. But here's where things get real. Zay ended up facing the music, getting booked on an attempted murder charge. And if that doesn't speak volumes about J Prince's influence, I don't know what does. In the blink of an eye, J Prince had that chain back where it belonged, proving once again that when it comes to handling business, he's not just local, he's global. Alright, let's dive into some behind-the-scenes action in the rap world. While Rap-A-Lot Records might not be churning out classics like it used to, J Prince's influence is still felt far and wide. Case in point. Ever heard of Drake? Yep, that's right. The man behind the hits owes a big part of his superstar status to none other than J Prince and his son Jazz. And it's no secret that Drake holds J Prince in high regard. In his track with 21 Savage, Circo Loco, he drops a line that speaks volumes about his allegiance. Gotta put her on the team. linking with the ops, bitch. I did that shit for J Prince. It's clear that Drake is willing to make sacrifices and accommodate people he might not necessarily vibe with, all out of allegiance to J Prince. Now that's some serious loyalty. Here's the scoop. Jazz stumbled upon Drake's talent back in the MySpace era and was adamant about bringing him into the fold. But Jay wasn't entirely sold on the idea at first. It took a little convincing and a phone call to their contacts up in Canada to check out the buzz around Drake's name. And let's just say the rest is history. They flew Drake down to Houston, linked him up with Lil Wayne, and the rest, as they say, is history in the making. Fast forward a bit, and Diddy allegedly throws down with Drake over a track called 0 to 100 The Catch Up. So here's the deal. Boy One Daw hands the track over to both Diddy and Drake to drop some verses. But after waiting 8 long months for Diddy to spit his fire, Drake decides to release the track solo. And wouldn't you know it, it becomes one of Drake's early smash hits. But when Diddy comes face to face with Drake in a nightclub, things escalate real quick. Word on the street is Diddy throws a punch, growling, "You'll never disrespect me again." While P. Diddy is a legend, messing with someone like J Prince is way over the line, and Jay wasn't about to let it slide. In what's being called the courtesy call, J Prince dropped a bombshell in the form of an audio recording obtained by TMZ, Jay's voice delivering a stern warning to none other than the CEO of Bad Boy Records himself, Diddy. "Let me put these bully niggas on notice," he declares, by letting them know that Drake is family. He drops a truth bomb, saying, "Puffy feeling like he can put his hands on my family opens the doors for his family to be touched. You reap what you sow, now." That's what I call a wake-up call. J Prince isn't just talking tough. He's laying down the law, reminding everyone that family comes first. Now, let's just take a moment to let that sink in. We've seen rappers trade barbs on diss tracks before, but when a hip-hop godfather like J Prince steps up to the mic to lay down a warning, it's a whole different ball game. Luckily, the situation eventually cooled off, and Diddy buried the hatchet with Drake. But make no mistake, J Prince's message was loud and clear. Mess with the people in his circle, and you're playing with fire. Recently, J Prince had set his sights on none other than Offset. Here's the scoop. Tragedy struck when Takeoff was killed while chilling with J Prince Jr. and a crew of Rap-A-Lot affiliates in Houston. Now, there's a cloud of confusion hanging over what exactly went down that night, but J Prince Jr. and Mike Prince decided to clear the air on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any juicier, J Prince called out Offset at the end of the interview. After the Prince family's interview stirred up a storm of controversy, things escalated into a fiery back and forth between J Prince and Offset. Offset didn't hold back, clapping back on IG with some choice words. But J Prince? Oh, he took it to a whole new level. He dropped a bombshell of a video claiming he'd stepped in to save Offset when Lil Baby's crew allegedly jumped him in 2020. And if that wasn't wild enough, he also claimed to have kept Cardi B safe from some trouble with Crips in LA. Rumors started flying that J Prince got arrested for threatening Offset and that Offset was in protective custody, but it turns out it was all smoke and mirrors for clicks. Offset himself called out the cap with a simple, "Pussy WTF is this cap ass shit." J Prince also tried to shut down the rumors with a video of himself chilling in his yard, but it looks like the heat between them simmered down not long after. After all, losing Takeoff was tragic enough. J Prince's street cred is enough to send shivers down your spine, but it's not just that the man's got fingers in more pies than you can count. Besides reportedly pulling the strings in the rap game down in Houston, J Prince's empire extends far beyond the beats and bars. He's not just a boxing manager, he was the first to take Floyd Mayweather Jr. under his wing, turning him into a champion. And get this, he's got his hands in everything from cattle farming to condom manufacturing. And did I mention he owns his own private island? Yeah, the guy's got more hustle than a New York City street corner. Now, I'll level with you. A lot of the stories about J Prince are like urban legends, lacking concrete evidence. But here's the thing. Respect and power like his don't just fall into your lap. You've got to earn it. And J Prince? Well, he's been earning it for the past 40 years. What's your take on Jay Prince's standing in the hip-hop scene? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for joining me on this episode, and if you found this discussion as intriguing as I did, don't forget to show some love by hitting that like button. And hey, if you want more captivating content, make sure to subscribe to stay in the loop. And speaking of more great content, check out the video on your screen now. I promise you won't be disappointed. Click, and I'll catch you in the next one.